By 2050, 1 out of every 4 humans will be African. If you want to understand where the world is heading, start here. Some regions slow down when the world gets uncertain, but Africa does the opposite. When the world hits pause, the continent hits play.
Because this is a moment where Africa isn't just participating in the global economy, it's bending the curve. It's accelerating while others are stalling. And acceleration always tells you one thing: something big is shifting.
Today, we're talking about that shift, the growth curve that's leaving the world behind. You know what I keep thinking about? The global slowdown isn't subtle, it's everywhere. But Africa feels like it's running a completely different race. What's actually driving that divergence?
It's the alignment of 3 forces: structural reforms, demographic momentum, and sector diversification. Most regions are dealing with aging populations, saturated markets, and declining productivity. Africa is actually dealing with the opposite: young workers, expanding markets, and rising productivity. That's a rare economic alignment. So here's the number that still shocks people. The IMF projects that Africa will host 11 of the world's 20 fastest growing economies this year. Rwanda, Cote d'Ivoire, Tanzania, all expected to grow above 6%. Meanwhile, global growth is only hovering around 3%. That's not normal, that's exceptional.
And the growth number reflects that. When you see that kind of consistency across the continent, that's not noise, that's a signal.
And look at the composition of that growth. Cote d'Ivoire is processing more of its cocoa domestically. Ethiopia has become one of Africa's largest textile and leather exporters. Morocco's automotive exports have crossed the 10 billion mark. Kenya's digital services sector is expanding fast. These are value-added sectors, the foundation of durable growth.
Morocco's automotive story is still one of the most underrated economic transformations on the planet. They didn't just build factories, they built supply chains, training pipelines, logistics corridors, and exports agreements. That's why they're now Africa's largest car exporter.
And that's the blueprint. Countries that build ecosystems win. Countries that rely on raw exports stay stuck. Africa is choosing ecosystems.
Because growth isn't just about GDP, it's about confidence. And when a region grows while the world slows, investors pay attention. Foreign direct investment into Africa recently crossed $80 billion. And the momentum is shifting towards manufacturing, tech, and logistics.
People still think Africa's growth is commodity driven, but the real story is diversification. Kenya's technology sector is approaching 8% of GDP. Rwanda's e-governance system is one of the most efficient on the continent. Ghana's digital tax system is modernizing revenue collection, and Morocco's industrial policy is attracting global manufacturers.
And urbanization is amplifying everything. Africa's urban population is growing by more than 20 million people a year. When Lagos adds tens of thousands of people every month, that's not just population growth, that's market expansion.
Mike, exactly. Urbanization increases productivity, accelerates consumption, and concentrates talent. Every major economic power in history went through a phase of rapid urbanization. Africa is in that phase right now.
And the demographic advantage is the multiplier. Africa's median age is 19.7, the youngest in the world. By 2030, Africa will have the world's largest working age population. That's not just a statistic, that's a global rebalancing.
Think about it. Europe is aging, China is shrinking, the US is stabilizing, Africa is expanding. The global labor supply is shifting south, the global consumer base is shifting south, and the global innovation pipeline is shifting south.
The next decade won't be about Africa catching up, it will be about Africa setting the pace.
The world keeps asking, when will Africa rise? But the truth is simple, it already has. The curve has turned, the momentum is real, and the world is adjusting to a new center of gravity.
Because this isn't a story about potential anymore. This is a story about performance, about a continent building, scaling, exporting, innovating, and doing it all at once.
The next decade of global growth will be shaped by the places that are moving now, and Africa is moving.
This is a continental shift, and this is just the beginning.